Hola a todos, mi nombre es Mauricio y bienvenidos a la clase de español. Hello everyone, my name is Mauricio and this is your Spanish lesson. Okay guys, before starting I want to let you know that I will be switching from English to Spanish for you to better understand, since this class is intended for beginners. Alright, now I'm going to start sharing some slides with you. Give me a second and here we go. So today's lesson is about saludos y despedidas en español, which means greetings and farewells in Spanish. Before starting, it's very important for you to know that as in any language, there are a lot of ways to say hello and to greet someone, depending on the context, on the time of day, and who you're talking to. So here we go. The most common greetings we have in Spanish are these ones. We have first, hola. Hola, it is the most informal greeting and it is used for any time of day. This is the most common greeting in Spanish. Then we have buenos días for the morning, buenas tardes for the afternoon, and buenas noches for the evening. All right? These three greetings are generally formal, all right? However, it depends on the context, all right? Then we have que gusto de verte, which means it's nice to see you, all right? Finally, tanto tiempo sin verte, which means long time no see, and it is a very common expression in English as well as in Spanish. How to differentiate between formal and informal greetings? Okay, normally the difference between a formal and an informal greeting depends on the use of tú or usted. Remember that tú, it is used for more informal greetings, and usted is used for more formal greetings, all right? It is very important for you to remember that questions in Spanish are always or begins always with an inverted question mark, which is this symbol we have here. Different from English, in English, we have auxiliaries like do, does, and did, right? But in Spanish, we only have this question mark at the beginning of the question, all right? Moving on. So, what expressions do we use for asking how someone is? These ones are the most common ones. First of all, we have ¿Cómo estás? Or ¿Cómo estás tú? Look at that tú is into parentheses. It means that it's not necessary. It's the same if I say ¿Cómo estás? Or ¿Cómo estás tú? And it's a very informal greeting. Then we have ¿Cómo está usted? Which is very similar to the previous one, but the difference is in the conjugation of the verb. Look at that this one doesn't have an S. And also the pronoun we use, which is usted. Usted is to refer to a more formal context, all right? But the translation into English is the same. How are you? Then we have ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? Which is what's up in English. However, depending on the country, we have similar expressions like ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más is an expression from Colombia. ¿Qué onda? Which is an expression from Mexico. But the three of them, ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué más? And ¿Qué onda? Mean the same. And finally, we have ¿Cómo has estado tú? Or ¿Cómo has estado? ¿Cómo ha estado usted? Or ¿Cómo ha estado? The same than the previous one. The same case than ¿Cómo está? The difference is the conjugation with S here and no S here, and also the use of the subject tú and usted. And this question refers to your health or new events in your life. All right, let's continue. Now that we already know the questions, now let's review the most common answers to the question, how are you? So, in general, we start responding with this expression, yo estoy. Or look at, as it is into parentheses, it's not necessary to say yo. I can say simply estoy. Estoy. Estoy bien. Estoy muy bien, which is an intensifier. Muy. Excelente. Estoy excelente. Estoy mal. Estoy mal. When you are not feeling well, estoy enfermo. Estoy enfermo or enferma if it is a woman, all right? The same case and here. Estoy cansado. At the end of the day, when you finish work, you feel tired. So it means estoy cansado. Estoy muy cansado después de trabajar. And how to reply to these answers? I can say, ¿y tú? ¿Y usted? Remember, ¿y tú for informal and usted for formal. ¿Y tú qué tal? ¿Y usted qué tal? Etc, etc. Now let's move on to despedidas in Spanish. These ones are the most common ones. First of all, we have adios, goodbye, which means goodbye or bye. And chao, which is the most informal version of adios. Chao, so informal, right? Moving on, nos vemos. Nos vemos. Remember that see you, that expression has a lot of variations in English. We can say see you soon, see you later, see you tomorrow. And it's kind of similar, but different at the same time in Spanish. I'm going to explain that to you. Look at, if we want to say see you soon, we say hasta pronto. Or nos vemos pronto would be another way to say te veo pronto. All right? Then see you later, hasta luego, hasta después, te veo luego. Te veo después. Hasta mañana, see you tomorrow. Or te veo mañana. It's kind of similar to English. And finally, cuídate, which is a very common expression in Chile, right? Take care. Cuídate or te cuidas. Both expressions mean the same. All right, now let's get into the context, right? By reading these very simple conversations, but to differentiate between a formal and an informal conversation. Let's review this formal conversation very quick. Buenos días, señorita. Buenos días, profesor. Look at this classroom. ¿Cómo está usted? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? Bastante bien, gracias. Soy el profesor Benjamín Rico Torres. Encantada. Me llamo Julia. Mucho gusto. And now the farewell. Hasta luego, Julia. Adiós, profesor. As we can notice, or we can see, they are using very formal expressions like buenos días. They are using usted, right? All the time, look at usted, which is a very, very formal expression, okay? And also hasta luego and adiós, very formal farewells in Spanish. Moving on, now let's compare it to this informal conversation. Hola, ¿qué tal? Me llamo Tom. ¿Cómo te llamas? Hola, soy Guadalupe. Encantado. El gusto es mío. ¿Cómo estás? Más o menos. ¿Y tú? ¿Qué tal? Muy bien, gracias. ¿De dónde eres? Soy de Colorado. ¿Y tú? ¡Ah! ¡Qué casualidad! Yo soy de Denver. Chao, Guadalupe. Nos vemos mañana, Tom. As we can notice, or we can see, they are using very informal expressions to say hello, like hola, ¿cómo estás? Or ¿cómo estás tú, right? Y tú, to reply to the question. And also in the farewells, they're using chao and nos vemos mañana, which are also very informal farewells. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Nos vemos en nuestra próxima lección. Chao.